everyone. I am Vice President Song Chi-woo from STEPI. Before I wrap up, I would like to first state my thanks to the experts from home and abroad who have provided their presentations via online and offline. And on behalf of STEPI, I would like to thank you very much. While listening to the presentations, there was a lot of insightful, impressive, and interesting content. In wrapping up the International Symposium, instead of mentioning the individual experts, I would rather like to talk about the content that was discussed. And we heard about the science, technology, and innovation policies amidst the crisis. As we heard from the presentations, the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic actually stretch the institutions and systems of countries to its almost limits. And that is why countries and organizations had to cooperate and work with one another to provide concerted efforts and to combine our investments and efforts. We have global issues such as climate crisis and sustainability. And I think that COVID-19, this issue led to true unity among organizations, governments, and the private and public sector and so forth. So I think it's unprecedented that the COVID-19 brought us all together on this issue into a united front. And because of this, so we need new STI response. We need a resetting. And what was very impressive out of the presentations was about global acting and the need for global cooperation. And I think that there will have to be global cooperation from country level, organization level, and individual researchers even. And we heard about the efforts of Europe, and GAIA-X was explained. And Europe's ICT digital infrastructure will be renewed, it will be restructured, and will be expanded. And these efforts have continued. However, due to COVID-19, the scope has widened and the speed has accelerated. We also heard about ASEAN's, Southeast Asia's COVID-19 responses and the need for more longer-term policies, and ICT infrastructure and development and the need for manpower development was stated. And we saw that African countries are also putting in various efforts. And we heard about drones and mobile phone-based activities and online platform education and food being distributed through various new measures. And these examples were all very insightful. And I think this was mentioned. We in Korea have various experiences and we have our strengths. And I think that our experiences and strengths can be applied into Southeast Asia, Eurasia, and Europe. And I think it can become a good theme for cooperation. As I said in the beginning, we need to act globally. In global cooperation, the themes will be healthcare, digitalization, and health security, so it'll expand. And the STI cooperation and development cooperation that Korea has been involved in the past will expand even further, including more topics and more themes as we go into the future. Therefore, STEPI will have to be involved in more multilateral cooperation and participate in implement additional ODA programs. We already have many programs that we are involved in, but we will have to include more themes into our activities and expand the scope and the spread of what we are doing. And as I wrap up, what I would like to mention is that while listening to the presentations, two key words were very impressive, which was macro innovation and high-tech entrepreneurialism. So these two words really stood out. And Professor Horwitch compared the two. And I think that these will go together in the future. They will be balanced. And we saw the renovation of New York City. And while listening to the presentations, and what I would like to see is in the United States, I think one of the cities that were impacted the most due to COVID-19 will be New York, Manhattan. And New York, Manhattan will, I think, maybe transform itself into a smart city in the United States due to COVID-19. And New York is the most attractive city in the world, and the COVID-19 might lead New York to become the most technology advanced city. And so those were some thoughts that came to my mind. And one last question that I would like to ask to all of those watching and the experts is as follows. Actually, viruses that are spreading offline, it changed our lives and the behaviors in our lives, and it's leading to an acceleration of digital transformation. And one thought that I had was, let's say there's an online virus like COVID-19 in the next 10 to 5 years, then it might lead to a stop in online. And then how will this impact our daily lives? How will it influence the way we live? And as a policy institution, I would like to give you and propose to you an agenda item. In the mid to long term, we need to think about various policies to plan for the mid to long term, but there are also these unexpected variables that we cannot account for, and how should the government respond to this, and how should we make plans for this. So we need to have sustainability in our policies, but we need to be flexible to respond to the unprecedented variables, and I think we should be able to respond to both. And with this, I would like to extend my gratitude to all those who have participated in the STEPI's International Symposium 2020. Thank you very much.